Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Today I have some Q&A that I'm going to do. Once in a while I make a video answering some of the questions that you send me. I don't have a lot of time to answer questions that people send in. Unfortunately, usually your best bet is to purchase either email coaching or phone coaching. But before I start, I want to remind you to be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and also to check out my new book, No Contact Secrets, and that is available at nocontactsecrets.com. All right, let's get started with the first one. It says, I don't know where to start. Everything was really great between us. All of a sudden, there was a switch. That is what is killing me. How did he suddenly change? Well, it wasn't sudden. There isn't a sudden switch, like one day it's like this and then all of a sudden the next day it's totally different. There were signs along the way. There's no way that someone is such a good actor or actress that you would never see that something changes. They may be very subtle, but trust me, there are always clues along the way. And then she says, he started acting cold and distant. I kept asking if it was about work or family, or if I did something to him. He said no. I started calling and texting more, hoping he opened up to me. That's the wrong move. As usual, as in many things in dating, it's counterintuitive. If someone pulls away, that's not your cue to step forward. Remember, when someone pulls away, you pull away. You will accomplish nothing by going after them and asking, what's wrong? What's going on? Did I do something wrong? No. They pull away, you pull away, and you wait. But most people can't do this because of anxiety. Okay, and they continue. Till one day it was so obvious he was using stupid excuses to avoid talking to me. Yep, that's what happens. I got frustrated and I asked him calmly if he wanted to break up or needed space. He said he needed space. And see, and you asked that because of your anxiety. It's like you needed to know. What? Do you want space? Do you want to break up? Because you're hoping they'll say, no, everything's fine. Yeah, no, we have to break up. No, I don't want space. But you know what? If you're at a point where you have to ask, do you need space or do you want to break up? The answer is probably going to be yes. I replied, all right. Since then we haven't spoken. Should I call to know till when? No. Till when? Till they decide that they no longer need space. But usually, I'm sorry, but when someone says they need space, that's a prelude to a breakup. They just don't want to say that it's a breakup. So they first start with the space and then they're like, well, actually, I'd rather break up. I have started experiencing anxiety. Yep, there you go. My heart beating faster, hands shaking. I'm torn between should I reach out and when did I become this person that needed another human to function to be happy? Hell no, don't reach out, like I've said. And you became this person that needs another person to function when you decided that they are very important to you and your happiness, and also because it's an addiction. Relationships can be addicting, so that is what's happening. So I would suggest you get something natural from a nutrition store to deal with your anxiety, and you absolutely have to do no contact and do not reach out until they reach out to you. Okay, the next one is, my girlfriend has tried to break up with me twice, and we've had a rough go here for the last few months. She asked for space, and I was too needy and scared to give it to her, and I was sad and pathetic. Yeah. Here's another one, needing space. I think we have a running theme here. And now I'm not really sure where we're at. If I ask if we're together, she replies, I don't know. I don't know in this case means no, but I don't want to say no, so I'll just say I don't know. She doesn't want to have a conversation of any substance, but she still texts me a pointless message like, hope you had a good sleep. We won't be able to see each other for 14 days due to our work schedules. I've gone into no contact now because messaging her stupid replies to small messages like that is just frustrating and makes me want to push the topic of where we are or how she feels. And that just makes me look weak again and gives her all the power. That's right. Again, here, this is almost the same email from a different person. It's funny. Yeah, you want to push the topics. Like, where are we? Are we on a break? Are we breaking up? What's going on? Shut up. That's what's going on. Don't ask questions. That's not the best way to find out what's going on. The best way to find out is to pull away. Someone, as soon as you hear space, when you hear the word space, I want you to see an image of yourself taking a giant step back, all right? Don't ask what's going on. Don't ask if they want to break. Don't ask if they're breaking up. You step back and you wait. And in the meantime, find a way to deal with your anxiety. And if you have to go to the nutrition store or the vitamin store too, then I'll see you down there. The only thing that really tells me we're still together is that our Facebook still shows we're in a relationship. However, communication is dwindling and I don't know what to do. Nothing. You do nothing. Because she's obviously not going to tell you. You've already asked if we're together, you're together. And she said, I don't know. I don't know. So she's not going to tell you, all right? Stop trying to force the issue. The next one, let's see if this one needs space too. I did no contact for 1.5 months after my ex ended things, and then reached back out asking him to be friends. Bad, bad, bad. He's truly someone I didn't want to lose as a friend. That's why I did it. Sure, that was the reason. Yeah. He was receptive to it and has been initiating most of the texting. We've hung out, and I initiated that most of the time. Great. You're asking to hang out after he broke up with you. Nice. However, lately, his reaching out has slowed down and become less frequent. Really? Wow, what a surprise that is. What do I do now? I do want to be friends with him because I want to have that open line of communication, and I don't want to go back on my word, and I feel like it's a good platform to showcase my change. So I'm not sure what you needed to change, what you needed to show him, but I can tell you that being the one to reach out, especially at 1.5 months, that's 6 weeks in, you didn't wait until the golden time of 7 to 8 weeks, 45 to 60 days. That's exactly when you probably would have heard from him, and no, you had to jump the gun and pretend you wanted to be friends, but you didn't really want to be friends. But you thought, well, I'll just sneak in there as a friend, and then he'll see I've changed. You know, people think they're so slick. He knows what you're doing, and you don't want to be friends. And this is not how you get him back. I know you said when this happens, I need to not respond when they reach back out unless it's about something like, I miss you or we need to talk. But since I reached out about being friends, I feel like this doesn't apply. Yeah, well, now you've shot yourself in the foot. It's like, now if you stop responding, he's going to wonder what's going on. And so if in hanging out with him and in texting, he hasn't seen that you've changed, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is you need to change. That's why it's often good to have a phone session because through email, I don't know what's going on. So now you need to tell him that you've decided that you don't want to be friends, and that if he changes his mind about getting back together, to let you know, and then you need to go back into no contact and stop trying to be slick because it doesn't work. Okay, the next one is, I'm 38, he's 37. We met 4 months ago, right before the quarantine. It was immediate love. I know. Yeah, she knows. She knows I have something to say about that, so she already put that. I know. We spent all our time together, and he completely flipped my world around. Times being what they are, he was having work difficulty and got an offer out of state. He asked me to go, which I initially declined. We agreed we would give the long distance thing a shot. We both broke down as he drove away. We spoke countless number of times as he drove 4 days across the U.S. We fell asleep on the phone crying. Why are you crying? Come on. You've known him for 4 months, you're on the phone crying, and you're 38. You're not 21. 2 days after he arrived, he stopped answering. Now's the time to cry. I finally got a text that he was done and it was never going to work. No phone call. Yeah, I don't think he ever intended to. I mean, why would he all of a sudden stop 2 days after he arrived? And plus, you move too fast. You're thinking it's love, so who knows what you said and did. You acted like you guys were already a strong couple within 4 months, and you obviously weren't. And, he asked you to go with him after only knowing you for 4 months. Thank God you didn't. Thank God you didn't go. It's no contact for you too. Because he's obviously not that serious about doing the long distance thing if he stopped responding. Sorry about that. And then the last one is a bit longer. Okay, I've been in a relationship with this woman for more than 2 years. We were doing the long distance thing and occasionally meeting time to time and had a really good time. The pandemic struck us and borders are closed, so we called each other more and more every day. In the beginning of our relationship, I wasn't responsive to her and always made her wait. And she also was very jealous when I met new girls and followed them on Instagram. But I promised that I would change that, and I kind of did. In short, I didn't appreciate her that much and took her for granted. But things changed. Here we go. And I really started to love her. We were planning to get together soon. The day we broke up, she said she is sick and tired of this. She does not want to be with me. She loves me. But we broke up because I wanted to get married, and she changed her mind and said to me, can we give it one more time? Can we give it more time, as in more time dating? And I said, no. There are these options. If you want to break up, fine. So basically, he wanted to get married, she wanted to give it time, and he gave her an ultimatum, and she called his bluff. And yeah, he said, I took a huge chance. You sure did. We broke up. 4 days went by, and I said, can we talk? No response. Then I called many times, and she picked up and said, it's all over. I want us to be friends. I couldn't take that, so I called her and wrote her again and again, many times, wrote her explanations how I want to make things right. I wrote 5 texts, 2 of them big paragraphs, and called her 30 times. Nice. She did not respond. What a surprise. So I called her again. Oh, so 30 times wasn't enough? You had to call her again? In the 3rd week of our breakup, with another number, and talked to her for an hour. So he had to sneak in there with another number. I told her that I was ready, cried a bit, and begged for her to take me back. She said no, but she listened. I said, I'm planning to come and see you as soon as possible. And she said, no. She said, please stop calling me, date someone else, I'll do the same. I said, this is not right, and I'm willing to fight and continue this relationship. She said, no. So how many times does she have to say no? Again, and said that she really loved me, but this is not going to work, and she had made her decision. I said, if this is it, then unfriend and unblock me on social media. Why does she have to unfriend and unblock you? That looks weak. If you want to do it, you do it, but you don't tell her to do it. I never understood that. Oh, well, fine, then block me on social media. This kind of made everything clear now, and I'm just writing to know if no contact will ever help. Well, my question to you is, do you have a choice? I mean, you've done everything except no contact. You've done the total opposite of what I say to do. All the begging and the pleading and the calling a million times, which, as you can see, never works unless it's a fake breakup. And this doesn't seem to be a fake breakup. So yeah, you need to go into no contact and stay there until she says something significant. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I hope you enjoyed those. And if you would like my help personally, would like to get personal coaching from me, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. And if you want more videos like this, then be sure to hit the like button. And most importantly, please share this with others, because they were probably making the same mistakes if they're trying to get an ex back. And it will be helpful to them, just as it has been helpful to you. If you are listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate it if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.